Hey Shannon, yeah, looks like you're stressed. Looks like you're really burning the candle at both ends, like they say. So, I just wanted to give you a few pointers, a few tips that I use to get through. Um, First off, I would say sleep is the most important thing. You can't sleep in what you're in, especially if you don't even like it. In your long vlog, you said that you were kind of ashamed about your room. And that means that you don't like it. And if you don't like it, you're not going to sleep well in it. So I would say the first priority is probably getting your room clean. But you knew that. Second priority is getting all the finances and everything taken care of that you need to for school, because that is incredibly important. Somewhere down the lower end of that list, I would put other people. You don't seem like the type of person that would really take on the friends or the acquaintances that say help me first. So you're the one that's putting their needs ahead of your own. And I think you need to understand that you are the most important person in your life. You need to focus on what you need to get done. I understand that other people are counting on you for a few things, but by the same token, they can wait, and I think they'll understand. So I would say that for my personal breakdown of your video and everything else, the first thing you need to do is take care of your room. Clean that up. That's your sanction. Okay, that's a place where you got to go to relax, and if it's in chaos, chances are you are too. So if you get that under control, then you'll be fine. You can at least run away and retreat to that sanctuary. Um, second bit of advice I'm going to give you is like a list, a prioritized list. I know it's cliche, and I know you've probably been told 1,000 times to do this, but if you make a list with the priorities of what you need to do, even in your bedroom, make bed, clean off bed, move clothes, pile clothes, wash laundry, whatever. Not wash laundry, because that doesn't include your room, just what's inside your room. So stack dirty laundry. So everything inside that room, make a list, prioritize it, and then execute it. Do one or two things a day, or do it all if you think you've got the ability to. Um, don't let the stress ruin your life. Don't let it take control of your life. It'll never ruin your life because it's part of who you are. But don't ever let it take control. That's rough. I know what the stress is like. I definitely know what the stress is like. So I would take care of your room first, and then after the room, I would prioritize a list for everything outside of that. So I would start with finances for school, getting everything ready for school. I know that work is a bit tough and everything else, so put that somewhere on the priority list. Whether it's look for a new job, or rectify the situation to try and get more hours, anything like that. But I would put work fairly close in there. But I would take the time that you don't have the hours to take care of the paperwork and the miscellaneous stuff that you need to get done for school. My wife's in school right now. She's in her last year of university, and we've pushed through a lot of the having to get finances done and everything else, and it's hard to juggle that time. But like I told her, it's something that you need to do. So you don't ask for the time to do it. You don't wait for the time to do it. You just do it. You make the time. So that's what I would suggest. Sleep is a tough one. You can't sleep in a sanctuary that you're not happy in. So take care of the bedroom, but then sleep. Now, you say that it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're laying awake until 4, and then you're falling asleep. One exercise that I might suggest to you is one that I've had to implement on with a few buddies of mine. I'm an early morning riser. I get up at about 6. So one of my buddies, he would go to bed at around 4, just like you, and I'd wake him up at 6. He hated me dearly, but he was an insomniac. He'd go 3 or 4 days sometimes without sleep, and that was really tough. Day 4, he's starting to hallucinate a little bit. So yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd wake him up, and we'd occupy as much of the day as we could with anything that we could, and push it as long as we could. I was always with him, so there was never, we could drive around, and there was never a, well, are we unsafe type thing, anything like that. So I was with him. And if you can get somebody to be with you, that would be great. But push yourself. Wake up at 6 a.m. Make it a point. Ask your dad, ask your friends, somebody, anybody. Wake me up at 6. And then just push that day. Push it as much as you possibly can. by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, 10 o'clock rolls around, you won't have the eyes or the brain power to do anything else. You'll be so tired. So go to sleep. Try and sleep through the next day. Get somebody to wake you up at around 6 or something like that, and just keep going with that, and that might help. It might work out a little better for you. But sleep is very important. You can't sleep if you're not happy where you are. And it doesn't sound like you're very happy with your room. So I get that taken care of. I'm not one to preach. I mean, I've got my whole life in a foot locker and a suitcase behind me, minus a few things that I got downstairs. I have paperwork strewn all over the place that I've got to get organized, but it'll come. It's on my list. Take one day at a time, and don't stress about the small stuff. Don't do it. I know you probably don't, but maybe I'm telling myself that through your video. Short of that, get some sleep, clean up your bedroom, and use simple things like the stair rules, right? Or I call it the stair rule. Something's at the top of the stairs and it's got to go downstairs, take it there. Something's at the bottom of the stairs, got to come up, take it there. Something's in your bedroom, it's got to go to the kitchen, take it there. Chances are you're going to the kitchen anyways. So on your trip, take it there. Doesn't necessarily have to find its home in the kitchen. You don't have to take a dish from your bedroom to the kitchen, wash it, dry it, put it away. Just get it to the kitchen. It's all that really matters. You start organizing, start doing little things like that, and you'll be all right. Sounds like you're doing all right anyways, but I thought I'd give you a shout out and just say, hey, I'm going through it too. I know what the stress is like, but the best news is you're going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right in the end. All right. Take it easy, Shannon. Keep a smile on your face. Try to get some sleep. And I'm sure you were expecting this. Clean your room.